Sophia's journey to reclaiming her life. Sophia will recount how she took control of her life and put a stop to her husband Xander's destructive influence. For privacy reasons, she uses pseudonyms in her story. As a prominent lawyer in her state, anonymity is crucial for various reasons. Let's not dwell into the intricacies of Sophia and Xander's love story. They fell in love, got married, and eventually divorced. The love it seemed wasn't mutual, as Xander cheated on her. The signs were clear: avoidance, excessive time outside, and frequent business trips, though she wasn't involved in his large business despite being a successful lawyer herself. Xander considered Sophia a failure simply because she earned less than him. One day, during another of his supposed business trips, Sophia decided to investigate. She discovered a secret Facebook account on his old laptop, confirming her suspicions. Xander was having an affair with a beautiful woman, someone he found more attractive than Sophia, frequently criticizing her appearance. Heartbroken and furious, Sophia immediately confronted him. "Sophia, Xander, are you cheating on me? I have proof." "Xander, Sophia, you're just not that interesting anymore. You're always caught up in pointless cases, neglecting me. Besides, you're not a supermodel who can captivate me with looks alone." Confused, Sophia responded, trying to defend herself. "Sophia, what are you talking about, Xander? I have a demanding job, and you knew that when we got married. I haven't neglected you. It's you who stopped coming home and refused to communicate." Xander, showing no remorse, shifted the blame to her, justifying his cheating. "Xander, you're not right for me anymore. I'm a successful businessman now, and your looks and law degree don't do it for me. I'm done with you. I'm divorcing you and marrying someone who's worthy of me." His words hit Sophia like a ton of bricks, leaving her devastated. As he spoke of divorce, he insulted her, calling her a bad wife, and boasted about how much better his mistress would be as his spouse. Tears streamed down Sophia's face as she asked him, heartbroken. "Sophia, how could you say that, Xander? All these years I've been by your side, honoring my vows, valuing you above all else." His cold response cut deep. "Xander, it doesn't matter anymore. You're just not right for me. I'm a proud business owner now, and you won't be able to keep up. I'm filing for divorce soon, and I've already hired a lawyer. You better move out before I come home." A few hours later, Xander sent the divorce papers through a friend. Sophia numbly accepted them, shutting the door, and cried miserably. The reality of wasting so many years with such a man hit her hard. But she quickly decided that she wouldn't let this break her. She was a strong woman, and she would take control of her life. She would teach Xander a lesson. When the papers arrived, Xander's friend mentioned that Xander had hoped to prolong the divorce, specifically to ensure that Sophia would give up her rightful share of his business, something Sophia hadn't even considered in her emotional turmoil. Determined to hold on to what was rightfully hers, she immediately called Xander's lawyer and set up an appointment. Within 2 days, she moved out of Xander's house and into her childhood home, which was in her name. She texted Xander, informing him that she had moved out. "Sophia, I've moved my belongings. I took my ugly face and body out of your damn house. Good that you've come to your senses and not making a fuss." Xander responded, boasting about his lawyer's reputation. But Sophia calmly warned him that she would not give up her rights to the business. "Sophia, I won't give you my business, that's for sure. For now, stay away from me. I don't want to hear from you." Determined to uphold her rights, Sophia was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. She made it clear to Xander that they would only communicate through their lawyers from now on. Xander's arrogance ignited a surge of rage in Sophia. She almost laughed at how ignorant he was. He had no idea who he was up against. She arranged a meeting with Xander's lawyer, Jake, at a cafe. When Jake saw her, he visibly trembled, clearly unprepared for the confrontation. "Sophia, hello, Jake. Nice to see you here." Jake, flustered, stammered. "Jake, I wasn't expecting you to show up. The surnames don't match, you got married after you received your law degree? Sophia, yes, I used my maiden name for official purposes. Jake seemed uncomfortable but tried to regain his composure. Jake, so I guess you want to drag out the case. That's what my client told me. Sophia, undeterred, responded confidently. Sophia, your client has been misleading you. He's the one who wants to prolong the case. Isn't that what he told you? Jake, clearly nervous under her scrutiny, didn't know how to respond. Sophia continued. Sophia, you don't have to answer that, Jake. I've known Xander for over a decade. I married that idiot for God's sake. I know exactly what goes through his thick head. Then, Sophia decided to enlighten Jake, recognizing that it wasn't fair for him to be caught in the middle of Xander's deception. Sophia, since I know you and it's not fair on you, I'll tell you the truth about this divorce. Did my dear husband mention to you that he cheated on me? Jake's reaction confirmed what Sophia already suspected. Xander hadn't told his lawyer about the affair. Sophia, I won't lie to you, Jake. It stings and hurts my ego to admit to anyone that I've been cheated on. But I won't betray my emotions. No matter how humiliating this is, I know I still have the upper hand. Jake, stunned, responded. Jake, oh no, I didn't know that. But my client warned me you would make baseless accusations to ruin him. Sophia, oh, poor you, Jake. Your client has played you like a fiddle. And by the way, he thinks you're one of the best lawyers out there. Jake, still in shock, said. Jake, well, that's a big compliment, but I'll never measure up to you, ma'am. Sophia revealed how Xander had undermined her work and influence for years. She had signed a prenup to protect herself, something Xander had conveniently forgotten to mention to his lawyer. Sophia, I'm not surprised that Xander never took my accomplishments seriously. But I had the foresight to sign a prenup to save my skin. Jake was visibly taken aback at the mention of the prenup. Jake, there's a prenup in this marriage? Your husband didn't tell me about it. Do you have any proof? Sophia smiled knowingly, as she had expected Xander to try and dodge the consequences. Sophia, oh, I have plenty of proof. I brought the papers with me. I knew Xander would try to get out of facing the consequences of his actions. Jake, now rattled, asked. Jake, can I see the papers? Sophia handed them over, confident that Xander's manipulation was about to be exposed. Do you have any proof of his affair? Don't worry, Jake, I brought everything, I said. Like I told you, it's not me who wants to drag out this divorce. The sooner it happens, the better for me. I handed Jake all the evidence, messages, pictures, and documents. I had all the proof in my handbag, casually giving it to him, knowing that the case would always go in my favor. Jake studied each document thoroughly before signing, looking rather beaten. He then looked at me and said, I see you have solid proof of everything. I had no idea about all of this. I figured that out, Jake, I replied. I know how difficult it is to work with unreliable clients, especially when the opposing party has an equally strong lawyer for their case. You're right about that, Jake said. I think that's all I needed to talk about today. I believe I need to have a serious conversation with my client before I decide to proceed with his case. Someone will contact you soon, though I can't say it will be me. I could tell what Jake was hinting at, but didn't comment on it. I thanked him for his time and left the cafe. I went straight to work and started preparing my own documents for the divorce. All the lingering sadness had disappeared, replaced by a rage within me. I was determined to make sure Xander suffered for what he had done, and I knew he had no way out of the mess he'd created. It only took one day for Xander to get back to me. He called my number, even though he had told me not to contact him directly. It was funny, but not surprising. I knew he would find himself in this situation. When I answered the call, he sounded very pissed off. What the hell did you say to my lawyer, Sophia? Look who's calling after telling me to stay away. Now what happened with your lawyer? I asked. Xander, stop playing around. Sophia, tell me what you told him that made him quit. Your lawyer quit today. How sad, Xander. I guess you should have been more careful about your situation and who they would be fighting against. You don't know what you're saying. You're a nobody. I won't let you take away my family business. Oh, I'd like to see you try, Xander. I'll hire a better lawyer and doubt you'll get anywhere. Just wait and watch. I will destroy you in court, and you'll come begging for mercy. Well, sounds like a plan, Xander. Good luck with that. But here's a word of advice from a lawyer: remember to tell your new lawyer about your affair and the prenuptial agreement. When I said that, Xander simply hung up on me. It made me chuckle. He was in deep trouble but still didn't realize it. He would try every lawyer in town and see if anyone would represent him. I'm a known name here, so people knew not to mess with me. Anyone dumb enough to believe his lies would be dragged into reality when I presented them with my evidence. Xander said he would make me beg for mercy. I knew it was only a matter of time before he'd be begging at my door. And I was right. One fine morning, while I was getting ready for work, there was a knock at my door. I was a little confused about who could show up at such an odd time. Imagine my surprise when I opened the door to find my soon-to-be ex-husband, looking forlorn and weary. I invited him in, not wanting a scene outside my home. I was already dealing with enough. When he came inside, I said, "Make it quick, Xander. I don't have time to waste on you. I don't even know why you're here. We were supposed to communicate strictly through lawyers only." "Yeah, about that, I haven't found a good divorce lawyer yet." "Oh, that's sad for you, Xander. You better hurry up because I hear your mistress has been dying to marry you." "I'm not worried about her anymore." "Listen, Sophia, we need to talk. You've been sabotaging my lawyer so that they wouldn't take my case. That's very unfair." I immediately laughed when he said that. I couldn't believe Xander had the audacity to blame me for everything. It showed just how little he valued my profession. He thought that because he was willing to throw money around, people would fall at his feet. "Oh dear, that's an amazing joke, Xander," I said. "Let me clear that misconception for you. I haven't been sabotaging anything. It's your stupidity that's causing the trouble. I don't understand. What did I even do? Should I remind you how you lied to your lawyers about the affair and the prenuptial agreement? That's enough to make them look like fools in court. Do you think lawyers would jump at representing unreliable clients like you? Besides, I'll admit that my name will make a lot of people walk away. You may think I'm useless, but I actually have a good reputation in this profession." "Yes, I know that now, Sophia. I've tried being open with lawyers, but none of them are willing to help me. That's what happens when you try to go against an ironclad prenuptial agreement. You really should have thought through your affair, Xander. Not that it matters now. The damage is done, and no sane lawyer would fight for your cause. You'll be giving me half of your business," Xander said. His facial expression said it all. He didn't want to lose his business. That's why he tried to pick a good lawyer and drag out the divorce. He wanted to keep me hanging long enough until I snapped and gave up my demand for half of his company. After a few days, it became clear to him that no one would take his side. Hell, he was even finding it hard to find any lawyer who would go against me. So he did what he thought was his last resort. He started crying and begging. "Sophia, you know how much this business means to me. Please don't do this. You can take everything else, but please don't ask to split the business." "Why not, Xander? You were the one who put the clause about splitting the business in case of cheating. You think I'll give up my rights that easily? I deserve it after the betrayal you threw in my face. It was all a mistake, Sophia. Believe me. I've put my relationship on hold because I know what a big mistake it was. Maybe we can give this marriage a try. I can say for sure that this hurdle will only make us stronger." Xander's words made me laugh out loud again. The audacity of this man was unmatched. He was actually asking to get back together, as if I would be stupid enough to do that. I knew he had put a pause on his relationship with his mistress. The rumors were out that she wasn't happy, and neither was Xander. But if he thought this would make me go back to him, he was dead wrong. I had already made the mistake of marrying a piece of trash and had learned my lesson the hard way. I know why you're suddenly desperate to get me back, Xander, I said. You don't want to split your business. We were happy together, let's just look past this one time and restart our marriage. I will cut off my mistress, I swear. There's no reason to do that, Xander. Believe me, that woman is going to start running once she finds out that you won't be very rich after the divorce. As for me, this is my golden chance to get out of this sham of a marriage. I must thank you for showing your true colors before we had kids. Now you will reap what you have sown. With that, I was done. I stopped talking immediately while Xander kept begging and pleading with me not to take his business. It was a rather pathetic scene, but it didn't move me at all. Instead, it gave me satisfaction, completing my revenge. Now, I just needed a clean break to start fresh. And I definitely got more than what I bargained for. Karma hit Xander hard and fast. He tried for weeks to change my mind and make me come back home. But I turned a blind eye to everything because I wasn't interested in his drama. I was ready to move on. Since he had already filed for divorce, I hired someone from my firm to represent me. I'm not a divorce lawyer, so I couldn't do it myself. Plus, I wanted as minimal interaction with him as possible. After a month of trying to change my mind, Xander was forced to get a lawyer and ask for a clean break. He knew that if I took the case to court, he would only face humiliation and ultimately waste money on lawyers appointed by the court. So, he receded and asked for a mutual split. The prenuptial agreement made it easy for me to get the divorce. I had plenty of proof to show everyone that Xander had cheated. As per the prenuptial, he was supposed to give up half of his business to me. He wasn't happy about it, but there was no way out. So, he signed over half of it to me. We did offer him a chance to buy me out, but he had no money now. Why would a big business owner like Xander have no money? Well, he had spent it all on his mistress, who is now not taking his calls or texts. I guess she figured out that he wouldn't be rich anymore. But now, no one was willing to date her because they knew what a gold digger she was. What goes around comes around, I guess. Well, the mistress was the least of Xander's troubles. With half of his business gone, his earnings were severely reduced. He had to sell his house because he didn't have enough money to maintain it or even pay the mortgage. He's currently renting a condo, a serious downgrade from the big mansion he used to live in. He did try to get back with me again, hoping to regain full control of his business. Safe to say that will never happen. Now, he either has to continue the way it is or try to save enough money to buy me out. As for me, I'm doing pretty well. I appointed someone to take care of my share of Xander's business, and so far, things have been amazing. I ended up upgrading my lifestyle by buying a new mansion thanks to my combined income from law practice and the business. Things are going well, and I'm living my best life. I honestly couldn't be happier. In the end, the divorce played out well for me. Instead of being played by my ex-husband and his mistress, I ended up ruining their lives and bettering mine.